Hello and welcome to the 2024 Wisconsin State Boys High School Rugby Championship match. We're coming to you live from the Madison United Rugby Sports Complex. I'm Chris Bauk.
And I'm Cody Guevara, and we'll be bringing you this Wisconsin Boys High School Championship match right here on OCA Media in just a moment. The Marquette Hilltoppers take on the Green Bay Leprechauns to see who takes home the state title. As the teams take the field, let's send it down to Tournament Director Rich Bergman for today's starting lineups, followed by our national anthem.
Welcome to the 2024 Wisconsin High School Boys State Championship. We have the defending Green Bay Leprechauns, challenged by the Marquette University High School Hilltoppers. We're looking forward to a great match at this time. Come on out, boys. Your Green Bay Leprechauns and your Marquette Hilltoppers. All right, at this time, I'd like to introduce the challengers. Marquette University High School Hilltoppers. At number 1, Dylan Gallagher. At number 2, Matthew Schultz. At number 3, Nate Schramm. At number 4, Mike Nolan. At number 5, Tate Kovac. Number 6, Josh Knacker. Number 7, Jack Thorley. Number 8, Tommy Renice. Tommy, you're going to have to tell me your name at the end of it, buddy. I owe you. 9, Sam Becker. Number 10, CJ Roeder. Number 11, Augie Stangl. Number 12, Jude Bellinger. Number 13, Diego Saratago. Number 14, Evan Mayer. Number 15, Nick Womack. Number 16, it's Number 17, Sean Hutchinson. Number 18, Bryce Ryder. Number 19, Jack. Number 20, Mason Malesvia. Number 21, Ryan Zarnecki. Number 22, Joe Schreiner. Number 23, Carol Lazarski. And your head coach, Colin Dillon. All right, there's only so much technology you can do in the rain, so thank you for your patience. The defending champion Green Bay Leprechauns. At number 1, Wyatt Anderson. At number 2, Hunter Telsky. At number 3, Matthew Rhino Shepard. At number 4, Avantis Martin. At number 5, Trevor Dietzler. At number 6, Javon Torres. At number 7, Fontaine Safante. At number 8, Keanu Susi. At number 9, Brady Risto. Number 10, Logan Johnson. Number 11, Abbott Dickey. Number 12, James Rose. Number 13, Calvin Glenn. Number 14, Isaac Powell. Number 15, Nathan Weister. Your reserves, Patrick Moore, Andrew Kroll, Jackson Maiden, James Process, Colin Trepanier, Noah Schaefer, Corbin Rose, and Matthew Jordan. Center referee Andy Sepsic will be refereeing this match. At this time, can we have the captains in the coin toss, please?
Would you like to receive or defend an end?
We'd like to defend.
Okay, would you like to defend? Okay, we've got Marquette. This way. Good luck, gentlemen. Okay.
Please rise. Please rise. Remove your headgear. This tournament is sponsored by the United States Marine Corps. We're honored here for them to present the colors.
Well, there you have it, folks. We're getting ready to tip off for the boys high school championship game.
None of this is actually possible without our gold level sponsors, the United States Marine Corps, Madison United Rugby, New Rugby Foundation, the Wisconsin Rugby Club, and the Wisconsin Rugby Club Old Boys, UW Men's Rugby, Go Badgers, Total Water by Skip Heffernan, Madison Flag Rugby by Bruce Hill, and Clean Mark.
All right, and there goes the honor guard after the national anthem. The teams are getting set to tip off here. Last few minutes of warm-ups. I think it's going to be a heck of a game today, especially the Leprechauns. They've been in the championship game, I believe, each of the last 4 years and taken home a couple of the cups with them.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough team to beat. They've got some studs out there that we've seen in the past.
Yeah, including James Rose lining up at number 12. He's actually been a 4-year starter for the Leprechauns and even got some touches with the USA Sevens national team.
Yeah, the USA, I believe it's the U19 team. It's the under 19. Great to see some Wisconsin talent out there with the USA Eagles.
And taking on the field here, Pulaski Roos are looking like lining up for the middle school championships as well. But there you have it. Down there is the cup that both teams will be vying for in this match. Another wet one as we had it for the third place match earlier today. Expect a lot of scrummaging, and again, any team that can hold on to that ball and control it for the majority of this game is really going to give themselves a big advantage.
Yeah, we had in that third place match, we called it about 30 scrum downs. Let's see if we can get a few less today. Looking to play a little bit of tight rugby, not so loose, not a lot of ball in hands with the backs today, but maybe a little bit more forward baseball.
Yeah, you really want to keep it tight. You know, those big, long spin passes are really hard to execute on in this wet weather. And so these teams will have to do a little bit of adjusting to their game plans to make sure that they're still able to be effective on offense, not trying to do too much than the conditions really will allow.
Yeah, we saw in that third place match, the defense was amazing. It was coming up incredibly fast, making it really hard for the offense to get anything going properly.
Yep, I think physicality, as in the earlier match and in this one, is going to be a difference maker. And we got some middle schoolers down there. It looks like Pulaski's middle school team taking home the cup here. There's high school team, unfortunately falling short in the third place match, taking fourth in the state, but a great effort by those boys.
Well, if you have your middle school team winning the championship there, I imagine their high school team is going to be pretty excited about the next year.
Yeah, but middle school taking home the championship belt, it looks like down there. The Rue specific championship belt.
I think that one was made by them.
Oh, you didn't think they just whipped that up today?
You know, I don't know. It's pretty cool. I guess who gets to take it home, though?
Yeah, maybe the kid with the bucket hat.
Was he their star player?
Tough to say. You know, those Crocs do look game ready.
He does have them in game mode.
All right, and there you go. Taking the cup. Not quite as big as the one we got for the championship game for the high schoolers today, but pretty nice nonetheless. You always like that hardware.
Listen, I'm just glad that there's middle school level rugby even. That wasn't around when I was a kid. I was also a kid a while ago. Still act like one today, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, might be seeing a couple more of these kids out on the championship games next year, especially if Rue keeps going this way with their program. Definitely a strong one for many years here. Even a few of their players now showing up on the Wisconsin Rugby Club playing here regularly on the men's level.
Yeah, absolutely. The Roos are no stranger to making it this far into the tournament. So I imagine you'd be seeing them in the championship game sometime soon in the next few years.
All righty, and the Hilltoppers and the Leprechauns just getting through their last little bits of team training here. Definitely trying to work those hands, making sure they're sure under them to control that ball during the game. Although I will say the Marquette, they're not taking it easy on us with those blue-on-blue numbers today. So forgive us if we are a little slow calling out names and numbers, but we will do our best here.
And in all fairness, the rosters that we got up here are a little hard to read. So don't attack us. We're doing our best, and we are not getting paid.
A little wet weather up here, getting those roster sheets a little sloppy. But we're very excited to call this game for you here today and highlight Wisconsin rugby here.
Always good to see a high-level rugby in Wisconsin. Not something a lot of people would expect in Wisconsin.
Well, they should. A couple national championship trophies have come home to Wisconsin.
Hey, you know, not to brag, but I'm going to. I was a part of that team in 2013. We won a national championship. Thank you very much. Scrum half, number 9, Cody Guevara, coming at you. That was quite a fun time. 2013. What a blast.
A little bit of self-promotion there, but we love it here, folks.
Hey, you know what? My glory days are over. I had to throw that one in there.
Well, your glory days as a broadcaster are just beginning.
When do we get paid then? I guess I didn't get paid to play rugby either.
Love of the game.
Yeah. Costs less than health insurance up here in the booth.
Yeah, I haven't gotten hurt up here yet, but, you know, there's always time. Get that stray kick to touch. But we're up high above the field here. It's a little tough to see, but it is still very much raining out there. Don't expect that to stop before the end of this game, so wet and wild will be the conditions here.
Yeah, we saw in the last match somebody got tackled about 4 meters with about 4 meters to go to the try zone and slid the rest of the way in.
Well, if you like slip and slides, today is the type of game for that.
Still a lovely day out here, though. Unbelievable, the facility here, the Rugby Sports Complex. You got pickleball in the background, tennis, the Dream Park, the splash pad. Got your skate ramp, the push park as well.
Something for everyone. Bring the whole family.
Everybody can have fun out here.
All right, and it looks like we're getting our last huddles in with the starters here. The Hilltoppers to your right on the south side of the field, and the Leprechauns to the left on the north, and preparing for kickoff here.
Love to see the barefoot coach.
You know, you really got to feel the field.
See who has the right studs on today.
Yep. Yeah, those short molded ones don't always do you a lot of favors on this type of conditions. Field's holding up pretty well. It's not too muddy yet, but another high-level game might tear that up a bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, as I said in the first game, shout out to Brad and Paul for taking care of these fields so well.
All right, and the Hilltoppers lining up to boot it off to the Leprechauns. And that's going to be Sam Becker, the 9 for the Hilltoppers, taking the start.
Can't tell if that's a 9 or the Brewers symbol in the back of his jersey there.
It could be a baseball glove. All right, and we're off on the championship game for 2024. Leprechauns take it and are able to control it. Oh, but a low pass from the scrum half and an early knock. Again, similar to what we saw earlier today, I am expecting a lot of handling errors due to the elements, and so therefore we will see a lot of scrummages today.
Yeah, what I'm going to want to see here with both teams, playing to the conditions. You're not going to want to go too fast. Don't panic. Establish the ruck. Win the ruck. Make sure your boys are in position. Get that ball out. There's no need to panic, especially this early in the game.
All right. Marquette with the put, and ref didn't like what he seen on that. Again, we saw some issues with the scrums getting set properly. Again, that footing is a little tricky, so he's going to set it off to the side here, hopefully give him a little bit better start on that scrum.
Yeah, it's pretty common for the referee to move the mark, as they say, to establish a little bit better patch of grass there for them to get some contact.
All right, and again, we got Sam Becker, who started the game with us with the restart. We'll be putting it in for the Hilltoppers. And gets it right to the back. 8-man spins it out, and unfortunately his man ran ahead. Oh, but a kick ahead by Evan Mayer. The winger tries to get it out, and a little bit of a slippery footing there. Green Bay able to respond, trying to counterattack here. We got James Rose coming up the sideline. Looks like he might have been taken out there. But a good effort by the Leprechauns there to try to move quickly after that change of possession.
That was a good tackle by the sideline. Usually never misses one. Although.
Unless the ref misses it.
Yeah, that's true. That's what the touch judge is there for, hopefully.
All right, and we're going to have another scrum again to the Hilltoppers.
I'm assuming it's going to be another trend as well. A lot of scrum downs in that first, third place match there.
Yep, that front row is going to get their work in. Backs just have to worry about staying warm enough when that ball finally does come out to them.
See if there's some hands in pockets, outfield kind of situation.
All right, Marquette gets it back. Out to the backs, going to run it up through their 12. Good run in there. That's Jude Bollinger. taking it up for the Hilltoppers.
Rude Jude.
And another crash ball. And that's kind of what we're expecting to see as far as a good strategy here, is really just tight ball and smacking it up. But there they tried to go wide. James Rose does a good job of eating that up. Hilltoppers again try to take it quick right off the scrum. Leprechauns doing a good job of bottling that up.
Looks like he didn't have much of an option but to pick that ball up. They were about to counter-ruck that pretty well.
But Hilltoppers making meters here with the pick-and-go ball. So they might be able to plow that through. Almost lost it there, but a Hilltopper falls on it.
Yeah, good save by the 9, I believe.
Another push up here, getting some meters. Green Bay getting a little high on there, having trouble stopping them in place, but it looks like they might be able to hold that up, but it looks like an offsides call on that.
Well, let's see. I think he might. No, I believe he called it held up.
All right.
It's going to be a goal line drop.
Looks like James Rose is going to be taking this one. Again, one of the more experienced players on this team. Has a little trouble getting it up, spills it out, and tries to get it in front of the winger there, but doesn't quite see it. It was Isaac Powell chasing after it. Again, a tough one rolling on the dirt there.
Yeah, I don't think James got a hold of that ball the way he wanted to.
All right. And another fan favorite, the scrum.
Scrum.
And the number 11, Abbott Dickey, looks like he's slotting in. So maybe some odd jersey combinations out there today.
Hey, shout out to, it looks like we got 106 watching today. Hello, all the fans.
James Rose brings it up, gets it out to the 13. And he's got some room to run there.
Great shoelace tackle by 15 here. Nick Womack.
And again, a sloppy ball knocked forward by the Leprechauns. So good running by Green Bay there, but Marquette able to hold on and respond well and get the turnover.
Yeah, we saw that early in the third place game. North Shore's 15 came up and made a great tackle to save a try. It looks like 15 for the Hilltoppers, Nick Womack. Another great tackle to save a potential try there.
All right, and a Hilltopper scrum here.
So far, pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, not a lot of push either way on the scrum. It looks like it's pretty stable. So the Hilltoppers are going to get a good set piece here. Going to crash it out to their 12. That's Jude Bollinger again. Looks like they're picking him out as a heavy runner.
Rude Jude. That's his name for the rest of the game.
Good ankle tackle there. Marquette getting in their faces, but Hilltoppers still able to push them back on most of these. They're getting meters and getting past that gain line on most of these opportunities. You see that taking a few players with them. Keeping it very tight, though. They're going for that forward-dominated ball. I think that's a good strategy given the conditions here.
Yeah, structurally, I really like the Hilltoppers game right now.
And great tackle there from Hunter Kelski. And again, a little bit of loose there, but on the whole, they're doing a pretty good job keeping that ball in hand, but we're definitely going to be expecting more and more of these drops throughout the game with those wet conditions.
Yeah, the phase play by the Hilltoppers right there. It looked really nice. Looked nice and simple is what I was saying earlier. We're going to want to simplify this game today. It doesn't need to get crazy to win in these next 60 minutes.
Right in the scrum, Green Bay has it in. Ball is out the back. A little tricky spin. Gets it out to Rose. He's going to try to work with his winger there. But great tackle by the Hilltoppers to prevent them from taking that deep into the territory. Great hands on the low pass there.
Looks like the Leprechauns were thinking kick there for a second, but the Hilltoppers were covering that kick package pretty well.
All right, and the Hilltoppers responded to the penalty with a quick tap.
We got a penalty advantage, not back 10 before that tackle happened.
Ooh, and Unfortunately, they lose it with a loose ball there. Going to have to work real hard to see that ball all the way into the hands and make sure they're not losing possession here. Fortunately, they had the advantage, but you don't want to give up any of these opportunities.
Looks like somebody might be running out of tee.
All right.
Going for 3, okay.
Not a short kick outside of the 22 in this kind of conditions, so they must have some confidence in their kicker.
Yeah, let's see what he's got. Didn't get a chance to see him warm up or anything.
But perhaps he's got the big boot.
Take your time, buddy. Look it in. Take a breath.
Steady. Gets up under it.
Wide right.
Wide right, and Green Bay's going to take it right out. I like it.
14 looks like he likes to go for some jogs here.
Yeah, that's Isaac Powell. They've been trying to get him the ball a bit. He looks like he shows some good speed. And I like the aggressiveness of saying, hey, I'm going to take this one out. I don't need that drop. Ooh, and Green Bay, unfortunate handling error right inside their own 5. That's going to give the Hilltoppers an excellent opportunity to potentially score here.
Yeah, that's one where you're 9. If I'm the scrum half for the Leprechauns, I'm going to be yelling at that number 3 there. I don't like anybody in the channel between the scrum half and the fly half.
Yeah, get those forwards out of the way.
You gotta move it, buddy.
So, yeah, you want that 9 to really be commanding the field here, but we'll see how Green Bay responds defensively here, see if they're able to keep the Hilltoppers out. I'm sure they'd like to hit that pay dirt early here in the game.
I was expecting a pick and go there by the 8-man.
So a little loop to the winger. Oh, an unfortunate handling error again. Blows the opportunity for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, you really want to see them have a redo at that one there. For being inside the 22, you don't want to run such an elaborate play to try to score.
No, especially not on a day like today. You know, usually north-south is all you need, and trying to beat the other team just physically, I think, is usually the teams that win these games.
I would have gave that to Rude Jude right away. Let him bang it up. They aren't going to want to tackle him for 60 minutes.
And Green Bay handles the scrum, goes out to the left again, working with James Rose and their winger, Isaac Powell. Again, I think that's the combination that they're trying to do and set some stuff up in space. But again, Hilltoppers able to bottle that up before it gets too out of hand.
Scrum, 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 scrum.
Hope you folks at home love a good scrum as much as we do. A couple backs up here in the booth. We didn't have to participate too hard.
Yeah, scrumming's for the birds.
All right. Hilltoppers on the put. To the steady drum beat of the rain falling down, as you can probably hear at home.
Don't fall asleep on us at home, please. This is usually what I put on when I'm trying to go to bed.
Don't worry, we got some serious rugby action to keep you up here.
It drowns out the whining kids.
So Hilltoppers again taking it up. A little bit of a wild pass, but they're able to control it. Now, you notice that back line that they have set up on the set piece is really tight. They're really not taking a lot of wide space. I think they're trying to keep those passes short and manageable and just crash it straight up. And they come away with a penalty. They're going to try to go quick here before Green Bay can respond. But they're able to drop them down without too much trouble.
Yep, you're 9 taking it up. I'd rather see somebody else, a big bruiser, take that on.
Dump it to the big boy.
Yeah.
Give it to a forward. We want to have them crash it up. Let the 9 just worry about passing.
Yeah, your 9's your distributor. You need to be managing the game, not taking that ball into contact like that.
Lucky hands there from Marquette. Control that one before it gets out of hand. And now the Hilltoppers are in a little tough place here. They don't have a lot of help out wide and some errant passes. It looks like Green Bay might have stole that one. It's kind of tough to get that pass out when you're already wrapped up.
Yeah, wouldn't have recommended that one going out to 2 offensive players with 5 defensive players coming in on that.
Yep, bit of a mismatch. So.
Well, it looks like we're getting a little wet up here. The rain, the the wind has shifted, and now it's blowing into our little booth up here.
You guys thought we had it so good up here, but we're right out in the elements with you.
Not by much, though. We might quit at half. We're not getting paid, so it's a joke. We'll be here.
through rain or snow or wind.
Would be crazy to see some snow this time of year.
Yeah, that good June snow. Big boot by James Rose, puts it up to the Hilltoppers. Their 15, Nick Womack handles it well. Gets out of a tackle, and they get a little space to the outside. Nice offload to the side. He gets it back inside. Excellent ball movement by the Hilltoppers, who find pay dirt for the first score of the championship game. Impressive hands work by the backs in wet conditions. That is some high-quality Champaign rugby there.
Absolutely. There was a couple moments there where I wasn't sure if that was the right offload to make. I couldn't tell either team from each other. Their jerseys are both dark. They could absolutely see it. They saw the line. They saw their mates. Put it in for the try.
Hilltoppers seem very comfortable with those types of passing, so that's pretty electric on a day like today when most of their other plays have been really straight up the field, up and down, but on the counter attack, they showed what they can do with a little bit of room to work.
Yeah, you can tell by the way they're playing that they definitely work on offloads during practice.
And Becker for the kick. Puts it through. So the Hilltoppers will go up 7 to Green Bay 0. Good start to the game here, and we'll see how Green Bay responds.
Green Bay looking to play a little bit more rugby towards the center of the field. Looks like the Hilltoppers have been playing inside the 50 of the Leprechauns for most of the match today.
Yep, been kind of playing on their back heels here, so we'll see if they're able to, at least with a restart, drive it into the Hilltopper territory and hopefully keep it there.
Well, if I remember correctly, the Leprechauns are not shy from playing from behind, so I think they'll be fine.
Evan Mayer, the big wing for the Hilltoppers, driving it deep into the half there, so he certainly didn't want to play in his half. And Hilltoppers control the ruck. See what they're able to do here. Green Bay up hard, and looks like they were able to spill the ball, but we're going to have a bit of a penalty here. It looks like an offsides. A little bit of confusion of what the Hilltoppers want to do with it right now. They're bunched up in the middle of the field, trying to decide what to do. I'm guessing they're going to do a tap to the forwards. Doesn't look quite like they're lined up to go out, but we'll see here. They're shifting a bit to the left.
Let's see what sideline he goes for. Oh, wrong one.
The old switcheroo. You know, as if the forwards didn't have enough work on all those scrums. He's making them run back and forth. And the rare backwards kick there does find touch, but not gaining any meters on that one.
You know, the important part is possession of the ball, I guess. Sliced it.
Happens to the best of us. I think he was using a shoe iron there.
Wrong club.
All right. So we'll have a line out inside the Hilltoppers territory. Marquette gets up high. Good line out, not contested. And a little room to work here. Good hard running downhill. Green Bay's going for the steal, but Hilltoppers able to secure it. Again.
Hilltoppers making great meters because they are running north and south. There's not a lot of sideways running by the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, good stout. Ooh, an unfortunate offload there, but Hilltoppers able to recover. Hoping to keep it inbounds here as the Green Bay defense swarms in, and they do so.
I think it's the first time we've had action this close to us here.
And a penalty advantage to the Hilltoppers. Good hard tackle in there from Green Bay 7. Tries to find a little gap, but it's bottled up pretty quick. Hilltoppers, a lot of offload game here. And an unfortunate intentional knock. That could be an issue.
Yep. Time is off. Time is off.
So
potentially looking at a card.
And that's going to be a tough one. That's James Rose again, one of their better players and the leader on the team. So looks like that's not the call they're going to make. So fortunate for Green Bay, they're going to bring it back across the field here to an earlier penalty. And time is back on. So Green Bay avoiding the card there, fortunately, but definitely would want to watch out for that one in the rest of the game here.
If you're going to go for the pick ball, you definitely got to fully go for it. You can't just knock it down.
Well, saved from going out of bounds by Green Bay. Tried to toss it back in there. A couple guys diving on it. Looks like he might have thrown it forward on the inbound.
Great attempt, though. The Hilltoppers were there immediately to get on that ball.
Yeah, that's the pressure you want to see on a kick. Now, you would have hoped he would have been able to get that one out of bounds, but good response. And that's why you always want to have those chasers on those kicks for touch.
Absolutely. Muy importante.
And a scrum to the Hilltoppers here. Inside Green Bay's 22. Good at scoring opportunity here if they're able to do anything with it. Hilltoppers will take it out wide. Again, going to their 12.
Let's see if they can keep up their north and south running here.
A lot of fighting from the 10 there not to go down. Not the biggest guy on the field, but showing some fire. Hilltoppers not exactly sure what to do on that one, but get it out. And some hard running from their 7. Looks like he's able to touch it down. That looked like Jack Dorley from what I can see. And they're able to find that pay dirt.
Jack Dorley with the hard run, got a little shift in there to get away from that first defender. And just pushes his way in, reaching for that try zone. Good job, young man.
Sam Becker's going to have a bit of a kick over here from wide to the left through the rain, and it looks like the wind is not exactly in his favor.
Well, judging by his first boot, he's got the strength to get it there.
Well, we'll see how those legs are feeling after a few minutes of running around out here. About 20 minutes into the first half, just shy. Now, great strike, hooks it a little bit left, so good effort, but unfortunately doesn't go through. But that'll put Marquette up 13, and Green Bay still sits at 0. Let's see if they're able to get on the scoreboard before half here.
Well, let's see if Green Bay can get the ball even.
Yeah, it's been really controlled well by the Hilltoppers. Even though they're throwing a lot of offloads out there, for the most part, they haven't lost a lot of balls to knock on so far. Not as many scrummages as we saw in the earlier game today.
Well, that's a good thing, because that was making the game a little stagnant.
Hilltoppers up, and ooh, brutal hit by Hunter. But Hilltoppers managed to hold on and trying to again push into the Green Bay territory.
That's a good keep by the 10. They had that bottled up pretty well.
Little pick and go ball here, keeping it nice and tight and get some good solid meters out of it. Almost out of their half.
Hilltoppers committed their entire forward line there.
Good hands by the 12. Ooh, big looping pass. And unfortunately, it looked like the Green Bay 6 slid into that and taken it out.
Might have been a knock there, asking the touch judge.
And
See
still
on the
delivering.
replay.
Yep, so it went off the Hilltoppers' hands, but then was slid out by Green Bay. So they called it forward, so looks like it's going to be Green Bay with the scrum here. Hilltoppers getting a good push there, bending the Green Bay scrum, but they're able to get it out. Out the back to James Rose, spins it wide to the 15 and out to the wing, and a little bit low on the pass. Hilltoppers scramble to pick it up. Brushes off a defender, gets the offload, and Hilltoppers still driving into the try zone. Let's see if he dots it down. He's going to confer with the touch judge.
That was held up.
All right, so Green Bay, fortunately not allowing that one to get touched. but still deep within their territory as the Hilltoppers capitalize on the mistake.
Looks like James Rose saved that one there.
So we'll have a goal line dropout.
Green Bay doing a really good job at moving the ball around, but that last pass is just always a little bit speculative. Not really putting their guys in a great position to run with this ball.
So he does find touch here, and it'll be a Hilltopper line out.
Even though it's raining, the stands are full, the deck is full. Everybody's out to watch the Wisconsin Boys State High School tournament here.
Yeah, great turnout today. Tough finding a parking spot for most folks out here. About as full as I've seen it at the Wisconsin Rugby Sports Complex.
Yeah, luckily I snuck my way into the VIP parking.
You know, it pays to be very important.
You know?
And a person.
I've paid my dues. I should get a parking spot.
Hilltoppers take it out wide. Again, gaining those meters after the initial contact. Green Bay's having a hard time bringing them down on that first hit, but there you go. That's what they're looking for.
Great stolen ball. It looked like it might have been 14 for the Leprechauns. Isaac Powell with the steal. What a poach.
Come up with a penalty here. It looks like Rose is going to try for the touch line here, and that is a booming kick. And he certainly does find it. Great foot on that one.
Yeah, it's stretching that to about as far as it could go. Getting good meters. Let's see what they can do now that they're finally inside the Hilltoppers half. About 6 minutes to go in the half. I'd like to see Green Bay put some points up on the board.
And a big jump.
No bind, can't maul.
It was actually their winger, Isaac Powell, doing the jumping. Bit unusual tactic there.
A little high, got the advantage.
And Hilltoppers might have tried to steal that there, but we'll go back to the penalty.
You're going to watch it on those high tackles. A lot of the times in rugby, if it gets a little dangerous, it's an immediate card. There's no discussion.
Low pass, but well handled by Green Bay. And the Hilltoppers get their hands on it for a not releasing penalty, and they're going to go quick. I like this action here. Really seizing the initiative here and keeping Green Bay on their heels.
Looks like the Hilltoppers like to play quick ball. North and south, love the banging.
Yep, they are driving through pretty much every time they take the ball up. They're getting some meters with it, not allowing themselves to be driven backwards. Nothing too fancy out here, just really solid moving the ball and making sure not to drop it. Swarmed down with a couple tacklers there. Hilltoppers a little bit outnumbered on this edge, but able to secure the scrum, or ruck rather.
Oh, it's good. It's good use of the entire field. I not always impressed when teams play within the 15 meters in the middle. There's plenty. It's a big field. You can use it.
Yeah, get familiar with old Uncle Sideline. Just don't touch him.
He doesn't like to be touched.
All right, we're going to have another scrum as Marquette spills it forward here.
Not as many scrum downs as the first game, but still plenty.
And, Green Bay wins that, but a low pass off the scrum, misses the 10. James Rose scoops it up, but is bottled up pretty quick there by the Hilltopper back line.
I think they got the memo that James Rose is one of their star players because they're not really letting him get away with too much today. Another unfortunate handling error by the Leprechauns.
Marquette seeks to capitalize, drives in deep into Green Bay territory, right around center. Dodges a tackle, brings it right back to the previous ruck. Now we got a loose ball here. Looks like a not rolling penalty. Hilltoppers will take it and dives across the try line. Love that, seizing the opportunity. They waste no time on those penalties. And that's going to be another 5 for the Hilltoppers.
Let's see who put that in. We got to see your number, buddy.
Again, those dark numbers make it a little tricky up here in the booth to see.
So number 6, Josh Knacker. I can say it. Sorry, folks at home.
Sam Becker lining up for the conversion. He's got a pretty good shot straight on. A little bit of pressure from Green Bay. Ooh, and he puts it through for another 2.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was good or not. The touch judges were a little delayed on that.
But Hilltoppers take a commanding lead in the first half. Just a couple minutes left here. So we'll see if Green Bay is able to find anything in their territory. But they've really been playing on their heels for most of this game. Not a lot of action in the south side of the field to your right here in the Marquette territory. They've been great about keeping it on the Green Bay half. Nice high restart from Rose. A little bit of a contest.
Yeah, unfortunately, every time Green Bay's had the ball, they've just made one mistake that was just too much and gave the ball back to the Hilltoppers. And they usually are pretty silly mistakes.
Hilltoppers still driving forward.
Not worried
Nice
about
little
Green Bay.
sidestep there. Oh, and he breaks free. He's into some open field, just the fullback. Gets a hand on the jersey and able to take him down, but an amazing offload there. Gets it over to Mayer, who drives it in. Another try before half.
That was Rude Jude down the sideline, finding his wing, Evan Mayer, in support. Jude with his hands up.
Showing both physicality as well as the finesse to get that offload. Excellent work there by the 12 for the Hilltoppers.
Rude Jude, I hope that sticks with him.
Well, it's definitely going to be the case here in the booth. All right, and a little bit wider kick here. He's done a pretty good job so far today, but again, a tough one in the rain.
Got about 15 seconds left in the half. We'll see if the referee calls it here.
Good strike. Oh! Just slides it in around the left post. And that'll be half, folks. So Marquette, again, commanding lead of 26. Green Bay yet to find the try zone. So they'll remain at 0 points. Let's see if they're able to adjust at halftime. But Marquette really making a statement in this first half. Some excellent stuff here.
Yeah, let's hope the Hilltoppers can get something going. Coach is probably going to have some words. And let's hope maybe James Rose can get something going for his team here. He's been the highlight of this team for a few years now, and I'd really like to see him get going.
And again, we really want to highlight the sponsors of today's game that make this happen. A lot of giving goes into making such an amazing event out here at the Wisconsin Rugby Sports Complex. So we'd really like to shout out our gold level sponsors today.
Nothing here is free, folks, except for Chris and I. We work for nothing. You're welcome, Bones. But let's shout out to the United States Marine Corps, the Madison United Rugby, New Rugby Foundation, Wisconsin Rugby Club, as well as the Wisconsin Rugby Club Old Boys, UW Men's Rugby.
Go Badgers!
Total Rugby by Skip Heffernan, Madison Flag Rugby by Bruce Hill, and Clean Mark.
And we'll be back with more second half action coming at you shortly. All right, and we're getting ready to kick off for the second half. Marquette again, well ahead at 26 points to Green Bay's 0, and they get to receive the ball. So we'll see if the ball wants to stay in that north half of the field to the left of your screen, or if the Hilltoppers are going to keep pounding it into Green Bay territory.
It looks like Rich Bergman's doing a 50-50 raffle here.
That's really why folks are here today. Pulling some tickets, getting some prizes.
Ray with the pull.
Now, the players on both sides are not really sure what to do with themselves right now listening to this.
I don't think they're very impressed.
Now, look like a bunch of sad, wet dogs out there.
Yeah.
They just want to run around.
Leprechauns were lined up about 5 minutes ago, standing right there at the 50. They were ready to go. They've got something to prove this second half.
Well, the Hilltoppers are gonna huddle up for warmth here.
How much is it? Did you add it all up yet?
Green Bay looks like they want to get the show rolling here.
Unfortunately, you can't play without the referees.
Green Bay girls, middle school out here, please.
All right, and looks like we're going to give some props to some of the girls' middle school teams that were playing earlier today.
Yeah, it looks like it's not quite ready for this second half to start. Can't play without the touch judge and the sir. So we've got a few more things happening here.
Now Green Bay huddling up.
How many girls' school teams do we have this year? 3? We're playing a lot. You, Pulaski, and kind of a mix from everybody else in the state. So, this year's 2024 middle school state champions are the Green Bay. You guys know my Leprechauns? Or Banshees! All right. Who's your captain?
There you have it, the Green Bay Banshees, the girls' middle school champions.
Not a coach.
A lot of orange in that hair today, showing off their colors.
Think we could pull that off?
I think so.
All
We got the bone structure.
You guys say your name once you get awarded, all right?
All right, and finally we got the sir and the touch judges coming out, so we should be kicking off pretty quick here.
To 122 views, all right. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to the show, folks.
We know most of you are on here for Chris and I.
But, you know, the boys appreciate it too. So
Yeah,
thank you
absolutely.
for joining us. All right, and the Hilltoppers getting their spread on for receiving this kick. Looks like we're just about ready to tip off here. And here you go, folks, the last 30 minutes of high school rugby for the season as these teams are vying for the championship. Marquette well ahead here, but certainly not out of reach for Green Bay yet.
You hate to see rugby go, but you love to watch it walk away. Does that work?
You know, I'd say so.
Okay.
Rugby players known for their strong lower bodies.
Yeah, you know, the glutes.
So, I'm lucky enough to coach UW Platteville, so I'll see you guys in about 5 years. Ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Rich Bergman with his own shameless plug for Platteville women's rugby.
All right, and it looks like we're just about ready to tee off here finally. Sorry for the long half wait, folks. But we got the high-level rugby coming up for you. We'll be crowning a champion in the next 30 minutes here. All right, a bit of a sloppy kick out, but Marquette's able to handle it well. Runs upfield with a head of steam. Takes a couple Green Bay defenders with him.
I think that's Rude Jude once again.
Oh, and spilled forward. Green Bay's able to grab it. Let's see if they can capitalize and get Marquette on their heels this half. Looks like it was dropped down there, but called backwards. Ball spills out the back of the ruck, and we'll stop it there.
It's unfortunate. The Matthew Shepard looked like he had like a few meters gained on that.
So scrum to Green Bay this time.
trying to deal with the moisture coming in the booth up here.
We are fully exposed to the elements up here, as cushy as this gig seems. We're right there with the boys, maybe not quite as muddy, but definitely feeling the weather here as the rain continues to fall here in Cottage Grove.
Ball coming out the side. You're going to restart that one.
Green Bay will get another chance here. Back split out, both left and right, although they got a little bit more on the left side of the field here.
See if they try to run it weak.
Yeah, I haven't seen much from the 8 men today as far as any 8-man pulls. Hilltoppers getting a great push on that. Having a little bit of trouble securing that, and Hilltoppers are all over them. But another penalty here.
Diving over, not rolling away.
One of the two.
Yeah, I didn't quite see the secondary call there.
All right, and James Rose is going to take the free kick here on the penalty. Looks like he's going to go for touch. He's got a pretty good boot, so I don't think he'll have any trouble getting it out.
Watch that rope there, buddy.
All right, and big yellow coat takes the ball.
As long as it didn't hit the kid in the little yellow coat. I don't think he's ready to catch yet.
Not quite. Could be filming a Morton salt commercial in those outfits.
Poured Morton salt all over him.
And Green Bay with the line out.
We're not smoking up here, don't worry.
Green Bay able to secure it. And try to run upfield, but Marquette coming in hard.
What do we got here?
Offsides. So Green Bay with another opportunity. I don't know why they wouldn't go for another touch here, but it looks like they want to run it upfield, and it does not pay off as they knock it on.
Yeah, Trevor would love to have that one over again. Getting a little too excited. Tuck that ball in first, then we're worried about running people over.
We'll see how Green Bay responds here as we take a scrum to the Hilltoppers.
Green Bay in a position where they cannot be making these simple mistakes. They are literally, in very many times here, just giving the ball back to the Hilltoppers.
They got a long road to hoe here to make up the deficit. But fortunately, they're playing in the Hilltopper zone this half so far, where they struggled to get it out of their half in the first part of this ball game. Big kick here from the Hilltoppers, drives it deep into Green Bay territory, and they do have some pressure on here.
It's a good kick by Rude Jude, something they were definitely not expecting out of him. He's been crashing the ball all day. I wouldn't have expected it either.
A little bump off by Green Bay, trying to keep their momentum going. Green Bay spins it wide. James Rode takes the kick, a nice high one. Let's see, gets it over, and it will find touch, so we'll have a line out here in the Hilltopper territory.
Almost close to a 50-22 there.
Yeah, just needed a couple more meters.
New rule in rugby as of what, this fall, this summer?
Yeah, so it definitely opens up the game a bit. You don't see it used too often here in the high school level, but if you do have a good kicker here, it can be a very effective tactic. Hilltoppers get up tall, non-contested, and they're going to spin it out wide. Breaks the tackle there, and Green Bay is able to recover. Again, another one of those kind of chest passes. We've seen a few of those today, but they haven't done too bad of a job of keeping that under control. Marquette grubs it forward and picks up a loose ball, but Green Bay is able to chase him down from behind.
Got a penalty advantage to the Hilltoppers.
Yeah.
Didn't see what the infringement was.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't call the playing the man on the ground there, but Hilltoppers maintain possession here and are driving into Green Bay's territory.
Ooh, good counter ruck by 5 there. Trevor for Green Bay.
Rude Jude, another of his patented chest passes.
I believe we have a high tackle.
We'll see what the ref has for us here.
Time off.
Not sure what the call is down in the field. Looks like they might be swapping out some players, though.
He might have a blood sub situation. Couldn't see his face. Let's see what they doll him up on the side.
Rain will wash that away quick.
Oh, just rub it in some mud. It's clean, right? God made dirt.
All right. Quick tap, and the 9 is just going to take it himself. It dives across the line. Cheeky play there, was not expecting that. But another 5 points for the Hilltoppers. And that is definitely going to be a demoralizing blow for Green Bay.
Yeah, Sam Becker doing it himself. Probably got tired of seeing Rude Jude taking all these balls.
Well, we all need to take a ball every now and then. All right, and Becker's going to have his work cut out from him wide on the right side.
See a big smile by Becker there. One of the fans said something.
A lot of Hilltopper fans out here seeing that blue and gold in the stands.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen the Hilltoppers in our, 3 years out here.
Big
championship.
kick.
Great
boot. Excellently done, and he shows it. That's a full 7 there for Becker. Showing what he can do out on the field. So game is certainly not over at this point, but Green Bay has a lot of work to do to make up this deficit.
Yeah, it's always possible. It's always possible. We got to start sharpening up, taking care of these simple mistakes. Green Bay has been giving the ball back to the Hilltoppers all day today.
Good high kick on the restart. Green Bay's right there to eat them up, but Marquette able to maintain possession.
It's a great tackle by Isaac Powell there.
Green Bay passing a little loose with a lot of Green Bay defenders around. And again, the ball drops down, but Sir sees it going backwards. Marquette continues to push forward here. And Green Bay starting to eat them up.
Yeah, Green Bay is going to have to start playing with some serious fire here.
You can see some guys coming up slower than others, and Marquette's capitalizing on those gaps.
Absolutely. If Green Bay is going to get a hold of this game on defense anyways, they're going to have to come up as one and not so staggered. Coming up staggered leaves a lot of gaps.
Good hands work by the Marquette backs. They're going to go out wide. He's going to kick it away since he has no help. Green Bay's able to recover it. A little room to work out, and they actually have some numbers out there. But I think that pass might have been a little late. I would like to see that through the hands.
Absolutely. He had
take advantage of the mismatches there.
They had plenty of numbers there to do something with. Eat up the defense and maybe do a little chip kick over them. You got to trust your mates. They're there for a reason.
Marquette with some stout defense driving them back. Ooh, tough pass. Difficult to handle by the Green Bay receiver there.
Diving over.
Luckily they get a penalty here. So Green Bay not dead yet.
That diving over penalty looked like it could have potentially gotten a card there. Letting them play though.
And Rose will try to boot it deep here. Gets a decent kick and finds touch. But will stay within the Green Bay half.
20 minutes to go and quite a bit of points to make up here.
Yep, definitely not an easy task here for Green Bay. Marquette really just needs to buckle down and try to control the ball as much as they can, keep playing good defense. But Green Bay's really got to find something different here to try to put some points up on the board.
The opportunities have been there. They just making some simple mistakes. See if they can sharpen it up here in the end.
Green Bay will get it wide, and great tackling by Marquette. They're contesting those rucks strongly as well, so Green Bay's going to have to really keep on the support around those. A little bit of loose play here. It looks like play is stopped, but the boys are continuing to go.
Could have used a couple more whistle blows by the sir there.
Yeah, maybe drowned out by the rain. He was on the opposite side of the field. The line judge had to stop in and make sure they didn't continue playing there. Green Bay was eager to seize the opportunity.
You know, when you're out there, you don't really hear everything. You're just, it's all heart.
All right, Rose has it out. Doesn't get much further downfield, but does find touch. And they'll get their line out here. I think they're trying to show a little initiative here and keep moving quickly, not trying to waste too much time.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Leprechauns kind of start running a little bit more north and south. They're trying to get the ball out to their wing a little bit too much, I think. Let's get some phases established before we start sending it out all the way.
So it goes over the top, but it looks like it was not straight.
Tough break. Shout out to the fans that showed up today. You'd think today's weather would kind of like keep numbers low, but there's people everywhere.
It is the place to be today at the
Yeah.
Wisconsin Rugby Sports Complex.
It's an incredible facility. If you have not gotten out here yet, I highly suggest getting in your car or your helicopter if you got it like that.
Yeah, we got plenty of room to land. Hilltoppers running hard downfield. Taking a number of Leprechauns with them, refusing to go down. It looks like we got a bit of a maul here. We'll see if he's able to control it.
I'm sure the referee has called the maul.
Yep, and the Hilltoppers come with some more help. We got
Is
most
this
of the
a,
team in there.
13-man maul there.
And it is on the ground.
Surprised it's still in play. All right, referee letting the boys play. Committing about 5 people to the ruck. Hilltoppers not looking like they're easy to take out.
Oh, here we go.
Becker.
Becker brings it around the corner. He sees an opportunity, and he's going to try to dot it down close to the posts. Great heads-up play. He saw that weak side undefended and sees the opportunity there for another try.
Using those last 3 meters on the side. That's heads-up play by the 9.
Hey,
One of the things that the 9 should be doing all the time is before you reach that ruck, your eyes are up to seeing what the defense is going to give you. He saw that there was nobody there and took full advantage of it.
Yeah, and that's really going to be a backbreaker for Green Bay. We're talking 38 points, and I would venture to guess that Becker's going to put this one through the uprights from this position. So we might be dealing with a 40-point deficit with only about 16 minutes left in the half.
You know, I don't know if it's been done before, but it'd be fun to watch.
Well, we'll see how Green Bay responds, and there you go with the conversion. So again, 40 for Marquette there to Green Bay's 0 points. You know, they certainly would at least like to put one in and get rid of that goose egg if they can.
Absolutely. It's been hard, though. There's been a lot of mistakes made by the Leprechauns, mostly because of the weather, unfortunately. But you got to keep that ball in hand, and you got to move up the field.
Green Bay with a restart.
How about there?
Good option for a contest, and looks like they came away with it. So good work by Green Bay. But unfortunately, the Sir saw a knock in there, so it's going to go back to the Hilltoppers on this scrum.
A few less knocks than the third place game, but still.
Anyone makes a difference here. And I think the Hilltoppers have done a much better job of controlling possession today for the most part. And even through a lot of offloads, which is a difficult thing to do. So really well trained there to keep the ball moving, but also keep it under control.
Yep, might want to check their hands for some sticky substances, possibly.
And the Hilltoppers will put it in. Still getting a pretty good push there, not letting Green Bay get by him. And oh, Sir saw somebody he didn't like in the scrum. Looks like a short arm penalty. So Green Bay will get a free kick.
Might have been an early push by the Hilltoppers. Something they probably don't need to do. That looks like they're dominating the scrums anyways.
Well, perhaps that's why.
Finally got caught, huh?
Green Bay brings it in, but stoned pretty well by Hilltoppers. They're doing a pretty good job on defense here. Green Bay's not able to get a whole lot on them, but unfortunately we're looking at another penalty here. Oh, unfortunate. Green Bay spills it on the quick tap.
We saw one of those in the first match too. Very unfortunate.
Yep, that's just taking your time and not blowing those opportunities. Looks like he got a little bit excited.
It's been the simple mistakes all day here with Green Bay.
So we'll do a scrum out here. Looks like scrum's pretty close to center, but we're going to be putting most of our backs out to this wide side. Trying to use that room to work. Might be an opportunity for an 8-man pick, though. We haven't seen any of those today, but no, looks like Marquette's just going to keep it through the hands.
It's really unfortunate. It would have been nice to see what these boys could have done in some dry conditions.
Jude boots it down, doesn't get the bounce he wants to get it downfield, but Marquette is all over it. Sliding down the field, getting those extra meters, making it real tough for Green Bay to respond.
Doing great groundwork.
And they got a little room to work on the outside, but those tough passes making it hard for them to really use that space. Marquette tighten it up a little bit, just kind of running some pretty simple ball here, which I think is the right move.
Absolutely, I called that in the beginning of the game. Nice and simple rugby will easily win this match.
Yep, especially at this point. All they got to do is keep the ball out of Green Bay's hands. And there you go, bursting through the line for another try right between the posts. And that was Josh Knacker, the 6th for the Hilltoppers.
That's Knacker's 2nd for the day.
So putting another one in. Really, Marquette starting to make it rain here. As if there wasn't enough already.
Nice setup. That was gorgeous.
Thank you. Self-assisted. So Marquette goes up 45-0 here with a probable conversion coming right after off the foot of Sam Becker. And I'd say this is probably well out of reach for Green Bay, but I really hope they're able to respond and, you know, save some face with maybe another try before the end of the game here.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd like to see him get something on the board here. Especially, let's see, how many, do we have any seniors for Green Bay? Yeah, we have a few seniors for Green Bay, so send the boys out properly. It looks like Isaac Powell is one of them, Patrick Moore, and Gavin Gleim, and Hunter.
Yeah, but a lot of young boys on the Green Bay team as well, so wouldn't surprise me if they're back here next year. Got some subs coming on here. It looks like Green Bay's probably going to try to get some experience to those younger players.
It actually means a lot. Getting some game time in, getting the feel of a championship game, all the pressure of the fans.
Yep, it's hard to really relate that the change of speed when you're playing at this high level, so getting that little taste is going to do them a lot of good next year if they do find themselves back in this position again.
Well, if history proves itself, I'm sure Green Bay won't have a problem getting back.
Well taken on the run by the Hilltoppers.
I think they might even have James Rose for another year, possibly.
I believe this might be his last year.
This is his last year?
But we'll check the stat checkers on that one.
That ball was out.
Green Bay fighting, managed to come away with the ball, but we'll get that a not releasing, so it'll go right back to the Hilltoppers there.
Yeah, Hunter doing what he can. Or no, that was Trevor doing what he could. Trying to get that ball back. Don't blame him.
Becker will have it out here, but doesn't quite make it, trying to slow the game down a bit, and unfortunately gives Green Bay an opportunity to run with it. But Hilltoppers responding well, putting the pressure on. Green Bay inside their own 22 and a loose ball, and unfortunately knocks it. So Marquette has another scoring opportunity inside Green Bay's 22 with this scrum.
Yep, the simple mistakes once again bite you in the butt.
Yep, they do not seem to be wanting to let up off that gas, but bringing on a couple players here in a minute. So trying to, again, empty out some of that deep bench they have on the Marquette sideline.
Marquette looking like they have, they're pretty stacked with seniors and juniors on this team. So next year, if they're going to make it this far, it's going to be a different look.
Well, Marquette has it at the back. Green Bay pushing a bit. Looks like it comes out. Becker's going to just try to keep it there. So this is Green Bay's opportunity to kind of still show what they can do out here, not try to, give away that 0 point stat line here.
Where do you want him?
Another penalty for offsides. Green Bay getting a little too aggressive there. And we're going to bring on some subs for the Hilltoppers.
Bergman down there moving the mic around here.
And Becker's going to go for posts on this one. Well within his reach. Showed a pretty phenomenal boot all day today.
Yeah, it's a rare thing to see actually at the high school level, is somebody with such a good boot. So good for him.
Yeah, only a junior as well. So again, we might see that boot again next season.
Well, that's if they pay us next year. Doing this stuff for free. Come on, guys.
Collective bargaining coming up soon.
Should at least get like a free dog or brat out of the deal, right?
Ooh. Becker puts it through for another 3. That'll give Marquette an even 50. Putting on quite a show here today.
Well, I wouldn't have thought that collectively it would have got to 50 points today. But the Hilltoppers doing it by themselves. $140 viewers. Hello, we got 20 more since I saw that last time.
Welcome to the show, folks.
A little late, though. I mean, you thought it would have been 140 off the get, but
you know, they want to get here in the end, say they were there, but this is the hottest show on grass.
Yeah. The hottest commentators, too. Check us out.
Certainly think so.
Playing the knock by the Hilltoppers.
So only about 6 or so minutes left in this game. Getting down to the wire here.
Haven't seen too much stoppage time, so I'm sure she'll end right at the 60-minute mark.
Green Bay brought in some subs at that last stoppage as well, so a lot of fresh legs out here. See if that makes any difference down here in the stretch.
Well, either way, it's been a fun one up here in the booth today.
Great stuff. And looks like Green Bay's going to overload their line, bringing their weak side wing over to the left. And they get the penalty off the scrum.
Got the early push by the Hilltoppers. Another penalty advantage for not being back 10. Trevor with some good running once again. He's kind of been one of the few bright spots here for the Leprechauns. He's trying his hardest.
Yeah, only a junior there.
Third year playing, the experience definitely shows. The guy's got heart.
Good bump off there, but Green Bay doesn't get too far with it. Ball's into Rose. He tries to step back as Marquette is all over their back line.
Absolutely. They definitely were not going to let James do anything today. Number 29. Haven't seen that on the back of a jersey before.
They got a full bench over there.
That'd be Mateo Jordan. Thought I heard a whistle. That might have been the other field.
Ooh, Green Bay trying to get something going, but a hard hit pops that ball loose. Looks like they're able to recover, but we're going to call that a knock.
It's the point of the game where sometimes we might get some conversations going on between a couple of the teammates or the couple of the opponents. You know, you're just talking it out. As long as it stays in between the lines, as we say. As soon as you leave that field, you got to be boys again.
All right, now scrum to the Hilltoppers inside their 22. See if Green Bay can put the pressure on. I know they're hoping and praying they can get into that try zone before the end of this game. Only a few minutes left to do so. And Marquette, I'm sure, would like to say that they shut them out in the championship. Good high kick there by Rude Jude. A little bit of trouble taking that one down, and a lot of pressure from a number of Hilltoppers running downfield on that one. Looks like that was a hands in the ruck there, though.
Yep.
Gives it Green Bay another opportunity to get the ball in hand. Now they could definitely go for territory here, although they're going to have to move quick because there's not a lot of time on the board. And just makes it out. Squeaks it into Hilltopper territory. They'll have a line out, and Green Bay getting up a little bit slow here. I'd like to see a little bit more hustle if they're trying to regain any points here before the end of this one. Not much time to spare.
Sometimes that's difficult, though, when you've the taste of defeat has already been in your mouth for a few minutes.
Yeah. Bit flat there. Marquette slaps it away, but it finds touch again, so Green Bay will get another chance on the line out. So adjusting them a bit. Get him in the right spot. Tough lift there. Didn't quite have his hands on him. And it looks like it's knocked forward. So a scrum to Green Bay here. Or rather, the Hilltoppers. Looks like he signaled the other way, but. Becker going for another put here. Only about a minute and a half remaining, so.
Thought that should have been Green Bay ball. Let's look at the replay here. Yeah, I think that's Green Bay ball, but I don't know. I'm just a guy.
Yep. And it looks like they're talking it out, and Green Bay's going to take it back.
Yep. There we go. I was right.
Cody talked loud enough to alter the path of the game here.
You know, I'll take the win. I won today.
So Brady Ristow going to put it in for Green Bay here. Kind of probably their last opportunity with only about a minute left on the clock.
That ball comes shooting out.
All right, let's see what Green Bay's able to put together. Tries to foot it up, making something happen in space, but Hilltopper's able to control that.
Space was there, but cannot find it.
Finds a penalty. It looks like an offsides call there. Must have been on the chase ahead of the kicker. Becker's got another chance to boot here. I don't think he's got quite enough time to just put it straight out, so he's probably going to have to keep it in play. I'd like to see just a quick tap and run a few phases to eat up the clock here. But nope, looks like he wants to take it out. Ooh, low, hard one.
I mean, you just catch that and keep it in play.
You know, it's tough to say.
Catch it, keep it in play, and run out of bounds.
And this might be the last play of the game here. We'll see. Our clock might be just a little bit off from the one on the Sir's wrist. So a couple new players getting their taste of the action here for Green Bay as well.
It's a quick taste. Oh, they licked the field, I guess.
Marquette handles that one nicely. Going to spin it out to their backs. Ooh. Big hit by the Green Bay sub. Marquette works it out towards the edge. And he's all alone here. We'll see if he gets support. But another penalty from earlier. Let's see what we got. Looks like it's going to the Hilltoppers, and that might be it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we put this one out and call it there.
Put it in the hands of Rude Jude. Nope, Becker. Tap and go, and then kick it out of bounds, young man. There you go.
And there you have it, folks. That is game. And your Wisconsin Boys State Rugby champions are the Marquette Hilltoppers, putting on a show with a 50-0 win over the Green Bay Leprechauns. Beautiful match here in tough conditions, but they came home with it, and they deserve that win.
Yeah, absolutely. From the get-go, it definitely looked like the Hilltoppers had the game in hand the entire time and never really let the Leprechauns get going at all. And none of this action could have been possible without our gold-level sponsors, United States Marine Corps, Madison United Rugby, New Rugby Foundation, the Wisconsin Rugby Club, as well as the Wisconsin Rugby Club Old Boys, UW Men's Rugby,
Go Badgers!
Total Water by Skip Heffernan, Madison Flag Rugby by Bruce Hill, and Clean Mark.
Thank you everyone who came out and everyone who joined us today on the live stream. Thanks to all the fans, the players, the coaches, the sirs, and everyone here supporting Wisconsin high school rugby.
You know, thanks us, dude.
Thanks us. Thank you, Cody.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Chris.
So on behalf of the production crew at OCA Media, thank you for watching. This has been an OCA Media sports production.
Sorry to get back up there. A bunch of people need to talk to me and all that. It's hard to. All right, the Mike Slider log. So, I'd like to congratulate number 2 in the state, Green Bay Leprechauns, for an excellent season. Like anything else, it's just the last game. If you don't win it, you're down. But you ought to be proud. Proud of everything you brought to Green Bay. And 4 years in a row, we'll see you next year, hopefully. So, at this time, who's your captain? Captain! Oh, look at you, huh? I'm going to turn you over to the Wisconsin High School boys board.
James, I've never had a seamless log, so I'm going to have to get you some more medals. I don't know what it took to get it going again. Mateo Jordan? Jackson Madden. Noah Swain. Logan Sandler. William Hogan. Joe Ortiz. PJ Valiser. Wallace. Check Mokola. Taylor Kowski. Nathan Wader. Andrew Crow. Travis Stobini. Colin Trepender. Patrick Moore. Chip SS. Noah Schaefer. Hunter Atowski. Kevin Coach. Riley Model. Go Badgers! Radisha. Fontaine Savante. Brady Risto. Logan Johnson. James Rose. Isaac Paul. Dickey. Devontae Martin. Jordan Torres. Wyatt Anderson. Matthew Shedder. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Green Bay Leprechauns, number 2, Wisconsin State. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your new 2024 High School Boys State Champion, Marquette Hilltoppers! Can I get your captain up here, please? What's your name, bud? There you are! All right, let's introduce the team. Molly Stangel. Me, Sam. Jack Burley. Sam Becker. Michael Nolan. Steve Dennis Singer. Rick Womack. Adam Meyer. Steve Ballinger. Sean Hutchinson. Matthew Chetty Schultz. Diego Serrano. Tommy Rat Nyeka. August Stengel. Rose Silver. Ugly. Ryan Godecki. Josh Hacker. Jack Hatchler. Carly Russell. Nathan Malezova. Josh Shine. Matthew Memory. Ben Leahy. Jacob Patak. Cottage Grove.
Now Winston, the water boy. Penny Monahan, the water boy.
We'd like to give a big thank you to all the Hilltopper fans traveling out to see us today. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Hope you enjoyed the rugby. Come on, Marquette! All right, that finishes our season. Marquette, congratulations. Everybody, thank you so much for coming. There is still a tournament going on. It's the girls' high school Wisco 7. So it's our girls playing from the state, all through the state, playing around the area. So again, thank you. Stick around. Watch our girls' high school team.
They got 120 kids. You only got to order 120.